Guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a reaction on Emancipation. Happy Emancipation Day to all Trinbagonians, and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to, oh my gosh, I hope the stream is messing up again. Stop streaming. Okay. Let me see if this is going to work.
Afri-Exim Bank, Mr. Michael Sudakasa, Chairman, Africa Business Group, South Africa, Mr. Kafra Kambon, Founding Chairman and Director of Pan-African Affairs of the Emancipation Support Committee, TT, Ms. Zakia Usoma Wadada, Executive Chair, ESCTT, and Directors of ESCTT, community groups, religious groups, other distinguished guests, members of the media, ladies, gentlemen, children, welcome on this very special day, Emancipation Day 2025. I am Sharon Pitt, your host. To formally welcome you, I call to the microphone Ms. Zakia Usoma Wadada, the Executive Chair for the Emancipation Support Committee, TT.
Okay. Guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a reaction.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Legiasu Omowale Emancipation Village as we continue our celebrations today. I hope you enjoyed the presentations of our community groups from all the different parts of Trinidad. I also hope that you will be joining us once we have finished this event at 7 for the flag procession, where we go back to the All-Star Spaniard and close off the ceremonies.
That'll be very interesting to see the flambeau thing. This is something new for me, so please bear with me, and I hope this is broadcasting well. So because I'm doing a live and I'm streaming, so welcome, join me with and viewing the Emancipation in the Legit Da Yasu Umwale village. So let's continue on.
Today, I would like to welcome as well the Honorable Michelle Benjamin, Minister of Culture, Community Development. All right, please welcome her. Yes. All the other ministers of government and members of parliament who are here with us. I also want to recognize two of our guests, the Honorable Mr. Emmanuel.
Now there may be some audio problems because I'm not hearing it. I don't know if you are hearing it properly.
And he's also the Member of Parliament for the Koranza South constituency in Ghana.
Just remember, this is a reaction video.
Dr. George Elumbi, who is the incoming president of the African Export-Import Bank. And we are really, really happy to have our representative from the African Export-Import Bank with us. And I see our Minister of Trade very, very excited and happy. Thumbs up, you know. And we really had a wonderful trade and investment symposium. It was was highly praised by all those who participated. So today, not for a long conversation, I am always do very short presentations, but I do hope that the messages that I try to bring, you will receive. So today, one more time, we came together to celebrate the liberation of our ancestors from enslavement. Today, one more time, we recognize that we are in a process of emancipation. And as we celebrate the 187th year of emancipation, in this, the second decade for people of African descent, the ESCTT has chosen as its theme, there's a lot of noise, sustainable futures through reparatory justice. We understand that sustainable development has been one of the major development goals of the United Nations and our countries, but we also recognize that the issue of reparations is very critical to that sustainable path. And then we also further understand that there can be no reparations without decolonization. In this regard, we welcome the Emancipation Support Committee, and I'm sure
What she means by there cannot be any reparations until there's decolonization. First, to begin, let's see what is decolonization, the meaning of it, because I want to understand decolonization. Now, decolonization is the process by which colonies gain independence from their colonizing powers, often involving both formal and political independence and broader societal shift. Societal shift. Now, we already are decolonized, so I don't get what she's saying. To get reparations, and the only way you can get reparations is from the colonial, the British, the French, whoever colonized Trinidad and Tobago. The reparations are supposed to come from them. So I don't know how much decolonization she wants us to get. So I'm a bit confused by that. So if it is that if you have any sort of comment on that, that could probably give me some understanding, that would be great. So let's continue on.
Most of you welcome the announcement by the mayor of Port of Spain this morning that the statue of Columbus will be removed. Yes, it is a moment of celebration. It is something that we and the indigenous community, the Crossroad Freedoms Project, and I think it's unfortunate that Shabaka Kambon, one of the strongest advocates and leader of the Caribbean Freedom Project, is not here to make that announcement himself. But we see that as a very, very positive movement forward as we aim to strengthen our minds, as we aim to let our children understand their true history. And of course we have a kind of halfway one, which is to name part of Oxford Street Kwame Ture Way. So for that one, we will
Kwame
say
Ture.
we're going in the right.
So guys, if you don't know who's Kwame Ture, and that is oh my gosh, Stokely Carmichael. Oh my God. Forgive me, oh my gosh. Okay, Stokely Carmichael migrated from Trinidad and Tobago, I think in the 1950s, in the 1960s, somewhere around there. Could be earlier on. I read his book. And he also migrated, he was in the Bronx as well. It's a long story. He went to a very prestigious high school known here in the Bronx. And then he went on to what college he went to? I think it's Oh boy, what's the name of the college? Everybody goes there. Even our president, our prime minister went to that college. It's in Maryland. What's the college in Maryland? That college in Maryland. Boy, I'm having brain fog right now, so bear with me. College, Maryland. Oh my God, HBCU. Anyway, it will come back to me. So, and he also marched with civil rights leaders, and he also helped establish the Black Panther movement. So, the only thing with Stokely Carmichael, he was banned from returning to Trinidad by the late Prime Minister Eric Williams. For what reason? I read in a book that Eric Williams was afraid, because remember, he wrote, oh boy, I didn't come prepared for this one, guys. So I was just going to do a reaction. So this is not, I'm not prepared. Eric. Let me just put her on for the time being.
Direction, but we ain't get there yet. Because we want Oxford Street to be renamed Kwame Ture Street.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
So we want the whole hog. We don't want a piece.
Okay.
So we have to continue to
He
fight
deserves.
for that. We thank the mayor for making a step forward, but it is not the only one. So as we continue to celebrate, I want post this day that you carry with you all the positive and beautiful energies that we experience on Emancipation Day. It touches and fills my heart to see all of you dressed in your beautiful ethnic wear, dressed and enjoying your music with elegance and grace. You know, really demonstrating.
So here it was. So Eric Williams wrote Capitalism and Slavery. He then went on to write Columbus to Castro. And I think the thing with him not wanting Stokely Carmichael coming back to Trinidad is because he didn't want the black Trinidadians to rise up against. Now, his ideology and his writing Capitalism to Slavery is very contradicting for stopping. I don't know what was the reason. Probably somebody might know the reason why it is that he banned Stokely Carmichael from returning to Trinidad. I think it's more fear and not relating. But how could someone write a book, Capitalism to Slavery, and Justice for All and Independence, and yet still didn't have that mindset? So I think it has to do a lot with his mixed race background. And I could be wrong, you know. Sometimes having mixed race could dilute your Africanized culture, you know. Something to think about.
The power, the beauty, and the regality of us as our people. It fills my heart to watch our children. So many of our young people are participating in this festival annually, We look at them, they are playing drums, they are dancing, they are enjoying and reveling in their culture. So if we feed them more of this, then we are going to begin to touch them in a way that would keep them and prevent them from becoming.
So another thing is, I don't know if my broadcast is coming out clearly. Um, I'm reading also. So if you have any questions or you want to ask me a question or anything, this is a good time to do it. I am trying to come out live. I'm also doing a reaction on this emancipation in the Lidje Yasu Omale village. So this will be a nice time to get to know me and I get to know you. And if you have a question, it'll be good. But I'm not sure if this the streaming is doing very well. So let me know also so I can try to probably upgrade the broadcast, or for next time I'll know what to do. So I'm also reading from my live chat on my phone, on my other phone. So I'm going to stop now and so we could just listen to what this young lady has to say.
Involved in actions and being influenced into actions that could be disastrous for them. I want to encourage our government to see culture and community development as the spaces in which we need to invest. Because when we invest in culture and community development, this is where we have the best opportunity to change behavior. And if we, so let us not try to fix things at the end. Let us look into our communities. Let us see how our children are being negatively impacted. Let us see what are the root causes of the challenges that they are facing. And let us decolonize our education and teach them about themselves in a more positive manner. Let us decolonize how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive our history.
So, okay, so I understand what she's saying about decolonize. I couldn't understand it before because we are decolonized. There's no longer colonization going on unless, something that I don't know about. So when she's talking about decolonization, Trinidad has been independent since 1962. We do have voting rights, and I don't know what she's talking about. Now, if you were to say America needs a little decolonization when it comes to Black Americans and they hiding, stopping certain educational history background from in the schools and recreating, I can understand that because America still has problems. So it's Trinidad has so much. I mean, under PNM, past administration, we had a black prime minister. So how could there be decolonization going on? I am confused. So tell me, because the black Trinidadian was in leadership. Was there hidden history books hidden from the kids in school? Was history not taught? I can't understand. I can't relate to what she's saying. Now, in America, it's different, right? Certain things are hidden. And so I'm confused when she talks about decolonization. We're supposed to be decolonized already. How much decolonization she wants. I'm confused. I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Remove all the negativity towards aspects of our culture and spirituality and help our
And Trinidad, every creed and race finds an equal place. Every religion, there is Orisha, there is Catholics, there is Hindus, there is Muslims. So Trinidad is so liberal. I don't understand who will cap that movement, who would cap not being decolonized, who would do that? You know, we have been under PNM for years. And then there was UNC under Pandey, and then they went back to PNM, and then they went back to UNC, and it's indentured. So I'm confused. There was no white, sorry to say this, there was no white leadership. So you're trying to tell me that our own black Trinidadians were the ones that had the colonization mentality? Someone who would thank you. Somebody call me Renee. Oh, there's only somebody who would know as Renee, who's Cece. Hi, Cece. I think I know who's that, Cece. There's only one Cece I know. Hi, Cece. Anyway, I wouldn't call your name out, but I'll just call you Cece. God bless. So, yeah, I'm talking about decolonization. So I'm just trying to, I am doing a little critical thinking here and not giving my own ideology, but just trying to understand where, how the speech is being interpreted or understand, or having some clarity of it.
African children in Trinidad and Tobago to be grounded again. So that.
Now, I only know of one CC, but I would have to, I'm not sure if this is the same CC that I know, but yeah, CC. Okay, CC, I'll talk to you sometime.
We will stop being the majority population in our prisons. And the way to do that.
You know what? I think Trinidadians are our worst enemy, are their worst enemy. We have been so privileged. Now, when I left Trinidad and Tobago, that was like, what, 20-something years ago? We're so privileged that we, how to say it? I don't want to say the wrong thing. We became lazy. And I don't know during the PNM administration if, I don't know if it's poverty that make us become so, I don't know, I'm confused. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Is to begin the healing. I love this song by Young Brother where he talks about letting the healing and cleansing begin. Because that is the pathway to our full liberation. So we know there is so much that we can say and speak about when we have to discuss our issues. But there are many others to speak after me, and I thank you for listening. You are beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Wonderful.
Yes,
you are amazing.
Yes.
And I want you to know that.
Yes.
And you are a powerful people. So always know that about ourselves. Teach that to our children so that they can face the challenges of life in a way that is not self-destructive.
Okay.
Yes? So we're moving forward. The struggle continues, and we can do it all together. How are we going to do it? Together. Unity is strength. Okay? One heart. Love you all, and thank you.
Okay, that was good. I believe, yes, Kwame Ture, she said she wanted to rename, I think, Charlotte, some street to Kwame Ture. I will give that. He deserves it. He deserves that.
Now to bring greetings, we invite to the microphone Dr. George Alombi, incoming president, Afrexim Bank. Welcome him, please.
Volume is so low. Yes, Cece, so I know you, I get what she's trying to convey as well. But it's just that
Distinguished sisters and brothers,
Trinidad, we had a lot of
we feel very privileged to be here.
privilege,
Please accept
stuff,
warm greetings
education,
from the
everything
African
at hand,
Export
and I
Import
think
Bank.
we didn't take advantage of it. I could say that too for myself. I know for you, CC, you took a you did your due diligence in being educated and all that, but I did not take advantage of it. So I can speak on that plane where I didn't take advantage of it because I saw it being there, education being there. UE was right next to where I was living, University of the West Indies. And I think it's because how I was brought up, not having that nurture, that parent to instill, to continually push me towards an educative background. However, I did achieve it when I migrated to America, which was a different outlook. So, yeah, sometimes what happened is that I think difference in culture, the American culture and the Trinidadian culture. Trinidad have to understand that they are very privileged, and I keep saying that word privilege, but it's true. There's things that I think is ignorance, according to how what type of parents you have. You know, seeing it's like getting ice cream and cake every day. You get that every day. That is something, to be, you get an ice cream and cake every day, and you get fed up of it, and it's like, you don't want it anymore. You're looking at something. It's like the dog on the bone. The dog on the bone, the dog that saw his vision in the water with a bone in his mouth, and looking at the dog with the bone in the water, or his reflection, and wanting that, and not knowing that what he has in his mouth is actually his reflection he's looking at. I could be wrong too. I see Trinidad. She says, me living here in the US for the past. Yes, yeah, I know. I was supposed to get in contact with you, Cece, and okay. So Cece says, me living here in the U.S. for the past few years, I have a great appreciation, right, for many liberties we have home. Right. So you hit the nail on the head. And this is the same thing. We don't understand how much freedom we have in Trinidad until you come in America. You understand there is limitations. And as Trump, I'm not bad talking Trump, but as he comes into play now, it's it's a little more difficult, But I appreciate being a Trinidadian. We have so much to be grateful for. What our deceased Prime Minister Eric Williams has provided. Yeah, very very true. Sissy, living over here, you really see, you really see how great it is in Trinidad, and so much we could take advantage of. Okay, just let's go back here.
Executive Chair of these events, we feel very honored that you associated us with it. It's a very significant event. It's always momentous.
And Cece, you could relate with me. When we were in Trinidad, we really did take advantage. We from the background, we are both from born again Christians. We tend to, and I don't want to say it, I could speak for myself, legalistic a bit. legalistic in Trinidad that, oh, we mustn't do this, we mustn't do that. But when you come to America, you see that you still could culture. I don't take culture that seriously, but I appreciate it now. I appreciate Trinidadian culture very much. As before, when I was in Trinidad, I didn't appreciated it as much as I am here. So, not to say that I would be practicing a different religion or a different belief or ideology from Africa or anything like that, but I have more respect. I have more knowledge um, about it, and I would say more respect. And so I would say I would embrace the I don't know if I'm saying it right, ideology or the religious aspect of it, but I respect it. So it's important. Yeah. When you back home, we tend to really take a lot of things for granted in Trinidad. So as an outsider looking in, it's important. Okay, so let's go back in here.
For us, even though you do it on an annual basis, it is significant because of the collective memory that it represents for us. The collective suffering, the collective pain
So
that
the
we all
audio,
went through. But it also represents something else. It represents our collective determination to work together, to collectively be self-reliant. For our determination,
I see
our
looking.
resolve for collective self-reliance. And that's why we would like to take this opportunity, Honorable Minister, to thank the government for inviting Afrexim Bank at this particular time. We would therefore like to express to the government our gratitude for this and the willingness of Afrexim Bank to join the new government in meeting its promises to the people. We say this bearing in mind the very statement of your own Minister of Trade, to quote him, that Trinidad is open for business and open for very serious business. Afrexim Bank too is open for very serious business with Trinidad. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for inviting us. All right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Elombe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand for the arrival of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamla Persad Bissessa, SC.
I'm waiting for this, Kamla Persad Bissessa. I have to say I like her. I like her a lot. And you guys may have known this because you notice that every episode I have a thumbnail with her on it. And I have to say thank you to all my Trini subscribers. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. You don't know what you guys mean to me. And, you know, so we're waiting for Kamla Persad Bissessa. I also want to thank Willie P. Willie P, thank you for inserting your comment. I appreciate it. It's taking very long. Let's see if I can forward this a little bit because it's pre-recorded. Wow. Kamala looking good.
As we continue our program,
She looks so pretty. Oh my God, she is
we now
beautiful.
bring greetings
All right.
from the Honorable Mr. Emmanuel Kwadko Agyekum, Member of Parliament for the Nikoranza South constituency.
Now, I don't know if you guys are
Minister in
hearing
charge of special
this.
initiatives, Office of the President of Ghana. Please welcome him to the mic with your applause.
Right, thank you very much. Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Honorable Ministers here present, brothers and sisters.
Okay, I want to hear what Kamala has to say, so I'll skip over this and let's go on to Kamala.
Kamala Prasad Bisesa, SC.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I say good afternoon to everyone here.
Much better.
I can't hear you. It's a great, blessed afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all very much. We are very blessed today to have two delegations coming out of Africa. And they were not stolen from their homeland, as your ancestors and ours were. They were not ripped away from their families.
I have to say something.
But they come today.
Kamala is very transparent and outspoken. Sometimes people will watch what they say. She said something that is, to me, I think what is going on in America now between the African Americans and the Black Americans. And if you know, it's differentiated as, well, everybody would know that when you hear the term Black Africans, Black Africans, or African Americans, you know they come directly from Africa, an immigrant that is from Africa. When you hear the term Black Americans, you know that is they're not. Well, Black Americans refuse to be called Africans, but known as Blacks. I refer to myself as a Black Trinidadian. Or I would say Black Trin American or Black American Trinidadian, something like that. That doesn't mean that we are disassociating ourselves with being our descendants are from Africa. It's just that it's a new way of thinking, and I could be wrong. But I have nothing to relate to, nothing that will connect me to Africa except that my parentage or my ancestors are from Africa and they came stolen, as Kamala said, stolen from Africa and brought to the to Trinidad through transatlantic slavery. So that was interesting that she said it clearly without hesitation, and this is what I like about her. There's no fear. She speaks.
Based on invitations of my government to honor our African ancestors, let us welcome.
What is really news to you, Cece? Is it that because, well, girl, when I went to college over here in America, and I was the City College, I decided to. I had I was quandering. I was thinking, whether or not to take Black American Studies. Um, and something said, take it, do the Black American Studies. And you hear they call it Black American Studies. They didn't say African American Studies. They said Black American Studies. So I said, okay, let me do the Black American Studies. I did Black American Studies, and it opened my eyes to see how Black Americans are perceived, their culture, their history, and the descendants of slavery. And it was amazing because remember, we're from the Caribbean and we see things differently. What I've learned is to respect. It's like, okay, so it's like one of the small islanders, let's say, someone from Barbados, a black person from Barbados decides to come to Trinidad to live. And it's just different. We all come on one boat, but it's different ports. So when I say that, I'm talking about descendants of slaves. So it's different ports, different cultures, different cultures originating, different ideologies, different things, in that country. Jamaicans are different, think differently. Their culture is different. St. Vincent's culture is different. Yes, we all come from Africa or descendants from Africa, but it's just different cultures. Same aspect as to American blacks. So it is something that is, I think that everyone that comes to live here in America should do Black American Studies. It's really eye-opening and you see things differently. Yeah.
Dr. Ilambe from the African Import Bank, and he comes, did you hear the good news? He comes bearing dollars.
Yeah, so it's the African American versus Black American. There's a long story too because I used to watch this podcaster called Yvette Cornell. She's a Black American and she has a lot of political background. She did, I think, work with under Obama administration, and she served under him for probably 4 years or something like that. And then she decided to have a podcast. She was on, she's still a Democrat, but her ideologies, her insight is so different. And Black Americans now, the reason why I think this African American versus Black American thing became so how should I say, controversial, is that the right word, or there's a friction between them. It's because Black Americans are very inviting. They're very inviting to a point where they like to get to know. Now, not all, some. The ones that I met, they're very inviting, very embracing. But what happened is when they were they were going back to Africa, they experienced some tough situations, and you heard African Americans calling them, is it Africata? There's a word they used to call them. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that because it might be too controversial. But there was little friction between both of them, and it's becoming very big now. And I just don't want to go there. I don't know why I divert into that topic. Anyway, let's go back and listen. Excuse me, guys.
For investment. And also welcome special minister from Ghana. Special minister. Minister in charge of special initiatives, Office of the President, Ghana, as he's also a member of parliament. Please welcome His Excellency here. So we've been very blessed for this Emancipation celebration. Recently, we welcomed to our shores the Prime Minister of India. Today, we are welcoming Ghana to Trinidad and Tobago once more. We both met when we were younger. Some years ago, he was in government, I was then in government. We met, and we were very joyful and happy that he came back to join with us in our government with a lot of investment ideas for both Ghana and Trinidad and Tobago. Please let us pay tribute to the Ghanaian delegation, and there are several of them in the audience. Thank you for being here. And of course from the African Exim Bank. Thank you all very much, Doctor. Please give him a round of applause. And I told both of them we had long meetings yesterday. They've been meeting with my various ministers to craft a way forward for their country and for ours. His Excellency told me yesterday, he said that we in the Caribbean, we are the sixth zone or sixth region. So he says Africa has 5 regions, and the diaspora in the CARICOM and in the Caribbean, we are sixth. So we are part of that whole family, and we welcome them all with us today. Thank you, Excellency. And I know you have a plane to catch, but thank you for staying and joining us. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. So, Madam Chairperson, I thank you very much for welcoming me here. Minister of Culture, Michelle Benjamin, give her a round of applause, please. She's done a fantastic job for this past Emancipation Week. Other cabinet ministers, many of you here, please stand so we can see you. Many
Okay.
cabinet ministers are here.
So
and
I am
cabinet
going
ministers,
to
please stand
stop.
and welcome them. They've been working very, very hard in service of the people. Of course, my friend, Mr. Kafra Kambon, we go back a long, long way.
Hi, Cece. Thank you for being here and on my chat live. I'll talk to you again.
Many, many days. Given that
God
Kafra
bless.
never let us down. He stayed strong with us and
So,
service to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. Our sister here, Sister Zakia, the other board member,
so guys, I'm going to stop here right now, and I want to say thank you. Thank you very much for this little brief stream that I wanted to do. Getting used to the streaming thing. I am going to try to be on live every Friday. We'll see how it goes. Sometimes I will do my pre-recorded videos and post them up. It's supposed to be twice a week. Sometimes I might do it 3 times a week according to what it is that I want to cover. Just to let you guys know also that this is more geopolitical in a way where I am not criticizing but more uplifting and interceding for those who are in authority. And when I say authority, leaders, administration, government, things that are not critical or criticizing, but more uplifting, as I said before. Just to let you know that my field is in media. I am not a front camera person, and this is new to me. So this is more of, I would say, experiment, but front camera person I am not, but I am just extending myself so I can develop and gain a little more experience in the media graphic field. That's something you guys should know. But I like it so far. It's very challenging. It's a lot of work. And then too, you have to know what you're speaking about. So I would do my research and still learning something. So you gotta bear with me. And I do want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. I pray that whatever you do, whatever you put your hands to do, that you be blessed. And I pray also that Trinidad and Tobago, there's going to be a shift and there's going to be a turnaround. And I think there's much, much better days that are coming. So happy Emancipation Day and God bless. God bless. It's always good to know where we come from, and so in order for us to know where we are going. I just want to say thank you again. Have a great weekend. Blessed day, and God bless you. Who God bless, no man curse. If God be for you, who can be against you? Bye. I love you.